Hey camera crew, welcome back to today's video. If you are new here, my name is Lindsay. I'm a photographer in Michigan. I am engaged to my high school sweetheart, and we have two puppies named Loki and Thanos. If you would like to join the camera crew, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. I make videos all about photography and owning a photography business. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. And now let's get on with today's video. So just like one of my other videos, I was super busy today and I haven't had an opportunity to film, but I wanted to film today, so I'm doing it in my truck when I have a free moment. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the top things that I wish I knew before I became a photographer. So I think the top thing that every person who wants to become a photographer should know before they become a photographer is that no one is perfect. Not every photo is perfect. You aren't gonna have a photo that you are absolutely in love with every single time. There are going to be flaws in every picture, and again, just no one is perfect, and you can't beat yourself up about one photo that you really don't like when you have hundreds of other ones that are just amazing. And odds are your picture that you don't like is still amazing. You can ask anyone, and I'm sure they'll say that it's a great photo. Most photographers are perfectionists like me. Every time I have a photo that that's like not my favorite and I think it looks terrible, I beat myself up about it and I make myself feel like I'm not a good photographer when I am. And I've heard other photographers say the same thing, that they're perfectionists and they have a hard time being like, okay, I did my best. You know, whoever I'm taking the photo for, or whoever's going to be looking at the photo, will probably still like the photo, and all you can do is do your best and just know that no one's perfect and your work is still amazing, and that does not make you a terrible photographer. The next thing that I think is super important to know before you become a photographer is practice. You need to practice even in your off season, or when if you have a photography business, it's when you don't have any clients, or maybe you take pictures of, I don't know, an animal in the summer and it's winter and it's your off season. You still need to practice, still get yourself out there, still, get your camera and take pictures of nature if you don't have any clients, or take pictures of anything. Take pictures of your animals, your kids, your family, whatever, because practice makes perfect. And the more you shoot, the more you're going to get comfortable with your camera, the more you're going to get to know your style and your camera, and your photos will be better every time you practice more. I feel like I definitely, a few years back, I wouldn't practice. I wouldn't take any photos in my off season, and like it was not good for me mentally, and like I didn't think anything of it. But like once I got back to taking photos, I was so much more happy. I felt like, my purpose, because I think photography is my purpose and my passion. And when I'm not doing it, I don't even realize like how it affects me mentally until I go back to it. So I always say to take photos all the time, even if you don't have a client, even if it's your off season, or even if it helps you mentally as a hobby. Like, just always take photos. The next important thing to know before you become a photographer is you're gonna have people that put you down. This kind of goes with, not everyone's perfect, and like this also may drag you down and think you're not a good photographer, but you're gonna have clients and people out there that bring you down and make you feel like your work isn't good enough. I've had clients who haven't always been happy with my work, who weren't expecting what I gave them. I did my best. I thought my photos were good enough, and just some people aren't gonna like your work, and that is okay. As long as you are happy with your work, you gave it your all, you gave it 100%, and you felt good about them, that's all that matters. You were just gonna, I mean, with everything in life, you're going to have people that bring you down. You're going to have, if you start a YouTube channel, you're going to have people think that that's crazy and that's not going to get you anywhere. It's the same with photography. You're just going to have people who think you can't do it and that your work isn't good enough. I mean, I started my business at 16, 17 years old, and some people were like, you're not going to make a business out of this. You're a teenager. You don't even know if that's truly what you want to do. You know, you have your whole life ahead of you. You're probably going to change your career. And I had people bring me down as well. Thankfully and luckily, it was not like any of my close family members or my parents or my fiance or my friends or my siblings. Like, my family was very supportive. My number one supporters are definitely my parents and my fiance and my immediate family. But you are going to have people that are going to bring you down and make you think that your work isn't good enough. But you are good enough, and don't let that stop you, because you can't please everyone in life, and I know that it can really bring a person down, so just try not to. And the last thing I want to talk about that I want people to know before they become a photographer is it is not going to happen overnight. It is not going to be a fast thing. You will not grow your business overnight, just like I will not, you know, have 1 million subscribers on YouTube overnight. It's the same thing with everything. I've had my business for like 6 years now, 6 years, and I'm finally like where I'm like proud of myself. Like, I've always been proud of myself, but I'm finally at a point where I'm like, okay, like, I'm gonna be successful with this. You know, a few years back, I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get to where I want to be. I had goals, and now I'm finally at these goals that I made for myself years back, and I'm finally there. And now I have even higher goals, which I never even thought of before. So it will take time. It's going to take patience. It's going to take hard work, and like I said, it will not happen overnight. You will probably, and I feel like this is with every business, you will probably lose money at first. You know, when you start a business, it's not always about making so much money in the beginning. I mean, I could be wrong, and like other businesses, it might be like that, but with photography, and especially with portrait photography, it is not going to be fast and easy at all. And it is worth it in the long run. If this is your passion, go for it. It's the most rewarding thing is when you have a happy client and you took pictures of their beautiful kids, their newborn, or, you know, their whole family, and they are just so in love with it and they cherish these photos. It is just the greatest feeling. But having a photography business is very hard. It can be hard most of the time, but it's also rewarding. So again, it's not going to come easy. Even if you don't have a photography business and you're just doing it as a hobby, you know, it's not going to be rainbows every single time you take photos. You might, you know, be upset with how certain photos turned out, or you might be upset with the lighting. You know, you're not going to become like the best photographer overnight. It just takes practice and time and hard work. Those are the things that I think are the most important things to know before you become a photographer. I hope this video helped you guys out. I know this is kind of a short video and I'm in my truck and not the best setting, but I truly, truly appreciate you guys watching this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.